So, another video that we got, I wouldn't say it's a vignette, but kind of, was Damage Control, and they were hyping themselves up, but it was led by Bayley. So, I enjoyed this video. I thought it was great. I liked that they got that moment, that they got to have this video that was very focused on them, and Bayley was able to be like the voice of the
Mhm.
entire thing. The part that was just confusing to me is like up until this moment, we were supposed to believe that there was friction, that it looked like there was going to be an inevitable breakup of Damage Control, that Bayley was going to be like she was basically becoming the outsider, that they didn't want anything to
Mhm.
do with her. They were all buddy, arms around her, backing her up, like hyping it up. And I was like, is this really all because of what she did last week? Like she
That's
helped.
literally it.
And it's like,
That's it.
but that's it? Like they were acting weird when she helped, when she was trying to help before, and then the fact that it actually worked, it's like now it's okay. Like it's just I was just a little confused that we went from like one end of the spectrum to the other in only a week. That was why I was a little thrown off about it.
I think that well, I'm gonna use a comment to make my point. Where is it? Here's Vinny. Great promo and made Bailey the leader. Here's the thing. I don't think Bailey's the true leader. I don't think she's the true mastermind. I think it's Dakota Kai. I think Dakota Kai is the real leader, and that's who was the leader of this promo because she came in at the end through the smoke and said, "And we're taking it all. We're taking all the gold and whatnot." And yeah, Bailey introduced it, but if you notice how things have been in weeks past, Dakota Kai is the one translating
Yeah.
for being that middleman liaison.
Mhm.
That is the true leader of any group.
I don't
Like
know that
that
it's
is
going I don't think that she's gonna be like, "Oh, I've been the leader the whole time," but I do
no,
think that
not the whole
yes,
time. Yeah.
yeah, that she's going to be the one to take over whenever they decide to kick Bayley out. Maybe this is their way of slowing the storyline down, because if they want this to eventually fully kick off or begin or whatever at the Royal Rumble, that's a lot of time to try
A
and
lot of
fill
time.
and keep it fresh and interesting.
Mhm.
So at least if they have them like, being on a roller coaster where it was like, we're fine, and then we're not, and then we're fine, and then we're not. It's like, okay, then it kind of plays more into what eventually is going to happen. That will make sense. And like I said, I liked the video.
Oh, I
Um,
liked it too, yeah.
I just
Yeah.
was confused about the timing of it. But I guess if that's what they're gonna do, then I'm on board.
I would be on board if they're gonna do that. I just want it here's the thing, I just want it to if it's going to take time to tell it and you're gonna have weeks where you have them all buddy buddy and it doesn't make sense because they were just at the wits with each other, whatnot,
Mhm.
that's gonna be a little confusing, but, I'm for it. I can't wait. I'm in for the ride, alright? Like, I'm just in for the ride at this point. I just want to see like, have it do it well enough that I'm overly excited for that match at Mania.
Well, that's what I mean, like, I wanna see this pay off,
Mhm.
and I mean, they've put so much time and effort into Damage Control as of late. That was a big criticism that we had throughout the year when it seemed like they didn't know what to do with them. It was just like the same thing that wasn't
Mhm.
really interesting, which is why I think Kyrie and Asuka being brought in did make it more interesting, kind of revitalized it. And then
Mhm.
now they're like the main story in the women's division on SmackDown. So I'm just hoping that if that continues and they still looking in this much effort to make it a big story, that it eventually does pay off. It doesn't like fall flat, you
Mhm.
know?
Bernard,
Oh,
they have Bayley right where they want her.
yeah.
That is such a good way to put it. They are
Manipulation.
thank you.
Yeah. No, and
And
I'm
then
I'm here for it because I like it when they also have that kind of like psychological aspect to storylines instead of it just
mhm.
being all physical, and
Yes.
that's like how they get their point across. Well, I just beat you up. And it's like, no, I like that, like the mind games.
Mind games are fun.